Yesterday's Hindu, there is an article on ecological perils of discounting the future. Ecological perils of discounting the future. What do you mean by this heading? Ecological perils of discounting the future. It means the problems which we are going to have with ecological peril, which is going to affect our future. Ecological perils of discounting the future. Okay. The other is Kavita, K. Kavita, who is the former MP and daughter of KCR. She wrote an article on the entire episode of floods and drought. Floods and drought. What is the article about? In another 30 to 35 years, Indian cities are going to have 50% of India's population. In another 30 to 35 years, Indian cities are going to have 50% of India's population. India lives in villages is an adage which is outdated. In future, India is going to live in cities and towns. But unfortunately, we don't have proper urban planning and urban management. One such missing point in urban management was urban water management, including floods and droughts. 2 years back, we have seen floods in Chennai, floods in Mumbai, floods in Hyderabad. In the same Chennai, we have seen severe drought without drinking water supply. And there is a news that next month in Hyderabad also, we will fall short of drinking water supply. In such a scenario, in the states where there is no enough water, what steps to be followed? According to CAG report in 2015, the Chennai floods in 2015 is a man-made disaster. The Chennai floods in 2015 is a man-made disaster. What is a man-made disaster? The natural peril caused by man, which is not caused by nature, but the peril, though it looks like natural, it is caused by man. Man-made disaster. And it can be avoided. As you all know, we will go for unruly and greedy expansion of cities, creating concrete jungles in the cities. And while doing so, we will fill up the traditional and age-old tanks and will construct apartments, buildings and other industries. In Chennai, more than 30 water bodies officially were completely closed. More than 30 water bodies. Even in Hyderabad, you see, for example, there are many lakes like Durgam Cheru. There are many lakes and ponds which were completely almost occupied and they were created as concrete jungles. In such a scenario, there is an urgent need to rejuvenate old tanks and old facilities, and there are various water management techniques in the urban areas. Then the other route, in Telangana, we had a Byzantine network, a very broad, high network of tanks and lakes built during Kakatiyas. The Kakatiya dynasty have very good technique of having lot many tanks, and Mission Kakatiya is a program launched by Telangana government to rejuvenate all the old tanks and also make all the tanks, existing tanks and the new tanks filled with complete tank irrigation support, and also the tanks are needed for the Telangana because Telangana is in the dry land in the upper area. Though we have river Godavari and Krishna in Telangana, the water will not actually stay in Telangana because the water flows from upper area to low lying area. This is first important thing which you have to understand. So, Telangana experiment, tanks have been the lifeline of Telangana because of its geographical position. Tanks, irrigation tanks and small tanks are lifeline of Telangana because of its geographical position. And tank is a very great infrastructural asset. Tank is a very great infrastructural asset for particularly for cities. Coming back, in Bangalore, they have had corporate social responsibility to rejuvenate the old tanks and to create as a modern tanks. They started corporate social responsibility. And in Mexico, for urban water management and urban management, there was an officer called resilience officer, separate position in urban bodies of resilience officer who will take care of urban issues. Particularly he was meant for creating a urban management, particularly water management, resilience officer. And she told that urbans, particularly urban centers, they have to adopt technologies and systems by seeing the models of Bangalore, Telangana, Mexico, so that we can efficiently manage the urban areas. And two sides, two extremes, one is floods, second is droughts can be properly managed. We have seen the Chennai floods 3 years back and Kerala floods last year, and now we need to plan it because we have marveled in various technologies and various advancements in science and technology, but if you cannot stop, at least mitigate the damages created by poor management, it might be water related one, floods or droughts, we cannot manage our cities in future. This is the answer. I have explained this answer in detail. The reason is, in 2016 exam, when we have seen Chennai, Hyderabad, Mumbai floods, there are two questions in GS papers. Similar question appeared in two papers in the same year, 2016, about floods and flood management. So, if you read such type of articles and if you can make your own answer, definitely it will help you a lot. Okay, this is what is ecological perils of discounting the future. Ecological perils of discounting the future. Kindly remember.